What's up, everybody? FTWitachi here. You know what it is. We are here with a brand new unboxing video on the channel. We are not an unboxing channel, we are a gaming channel. So if you are ever interested in seeing our extra content, that's what I kind of call this, because I don't have a specific channel for unboxing videos. And I only do unboxing videos on things that I want to show off or that are gonna affect the channel in any way, shape, or form. And this is kind of a part of the channel, so you guys can kind of see what we're working with. And sometimes people ask me like what PC parts I use, monitors, all that type of stuff, keyboards, mice. Well, we got a new monitor for the channel. This is an MSI MPG Artymis 273CQRXQD. What a name, fam! What a name! That is like one of the only things MSI does that like really pisses me off and grinds my gears. But it's a name. I'm not gonna hate. But yeah, it did about 4 hours of research, and this is the monitor that I decided to spend some stuff on. And if you're wondering why I have a new monitor, well, so as you guys know, in 2019 I upgraded my computer and I got a new monitor. Nothing wrong with it at all. However, when I did upgrade my PC, I upgraded my PC to what I have now, the whole setup, the whole shebang, because my dad's laptop broke. So I gave him my old setup and I hooked myself up with a new team. That old setup that my dad has is the one that we originally started YouTube with. I got back in 2012, so everything from that, even including the monitor from 2012, and that monitor is just done. It's got like a screen flicker and everything. So yeah, it's not an MSI. It's just some random old monitor, and it's done. So I've decided, you know what? Let's save some money. Kind of. I spent money on myself, but let's save some money from my dad's point of view and just give him the old MSI monitor that I have. That is way too much for what he needs it for. But hey, it's a cool monitor. I love it. It is MSI. Don't know the name because, again, like I told you, names are an absolute mess. So it's very difficult to kind of flex. But yeah, we got an MSI. It was 1920 by 1080, regular HD, flat screen, 240 hertz, GeForce, G-Sync setup, everything. It had the whole shebang. My dad's not even going to use half of it, but he will, and he has it, and that's what he's going to use once I got this in my setup. But yeah, again, the names on MSI monitors, whole new level, but it is what it is. This is an upgrade, and again, like I said, I did some research, about 4 hours, and that's where I ended up coming up with an MSI. One thing I love about MSI is their prices. I will say that the pricing for what you get, it's a whole freaking new level, and I ended up with an MSI again. When I did my research, or when I do research for anything, whether it's a monitor, whether it's a car, whether it's a TV, I pull out websites after websites. I Google search top 10 blah 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 of 2023. I pull out like 10 different websites, kind of compare what they say, go from there. If I see some comparisons, throw them on a list, check them out. Then after that list, I keep that list to the side. Then I start searching Best Buy, Amazon, every website that I think of that I will purchase from. Kind of go from there, see what's available, narrow that search down, so on and so forth. When I buy things, I really research what I want and I research what I get, so I don't have to probably return something. But again, this is the Artymis MSI 273CQRXQD. So a plus from my old monitor is that this is going to be a curved monitor. I have a friend or a couple friends that have curved monitors, so we're gonna rock out that because I do like it. Especially me, because I only use one monitor. I don't have the money to get the whole thing going on. I was looking for a ultra widescreen, but it was either get a $1,000 ultra widescreen or take an L on like the graphics and the refresh rate, and it just made no sense at that point. So that's why I stayed away from ultra wide screens, and then I narrowed my searches down to curved monitors. This is a 1000R, so if you do know about the curvature of monitors, there you go. WQHD, so again, this is a 2560 by 1440, not full 4K, but it is in between, and it is an upgrade from what I currently have. This one is 240 hertz refresh rate, which is the same as what I have at the moment, and it will pull the 4240. There is a couple of different models on this, but again, I'm not going to go into it. It's got G, it's got HDR, it's got quantum dot performance, which is what the QD on the name is, and then of course it's 27 or 27 and a half, 27-inch screen, which is also an upgrade from what I currently have. So basically everything is upgraded from what I currently have, which is what I was looking for. And there was a model that was a lot cheaper than this one, and they had it on sale, and it was the 165 refresh rate. And I was like, I can't get myself, I don't like to downgrade myself on anything, so I just threw some money and got 240 hertz, and I probably don't even need it, and I'm probably sad. But let's go ahead and open up this box. Let's go ahead and get into what we are here to see. Yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's like on the setup, but I'm just here to unbox it. And then if you guys have any questions, check us out. Live streams, twitch.tv/FTWitachi plays, youtube.com/FTWitachi plays. We're live 7 nights a week, and we also upload. So if you ever have questions on anything, just be my guest, ask away, subscribe and follow, and I'll be sure to respond, because I get notifications for those, especially that are subscribed and following. But yeah, we're here to unbox this. I'm going to go ahead and kind of ease it out right now, get a little bit of a jump start. But again, I'm looking forward to this. This is a bad boy right here. So let's go. Okay, so let's see what we got here. What the fuck? What is this? Some sort of a part and a piece. This is some sort of a part and a piece, and then we got, of course, this is going to be the connection for RGB power up, as well as USBs, extra slots, because I have one on my current one. Sadly, yeah, you need to have an extra USB power slot to get the extra USBs working and RGBs on the background. And I'll tell you right now, I did not get this monitor for RGB lighting, because the RGB light is at the back, very dim, not the brightest of things, and yeah, you don't really see it, I'm not gonna lie. Instruction booklet, MSI reward program, I already know about this. I have MSI products. What's cool about them is you send reviews, you do reviews, you do videos, you do stuff, and shoot it on their website. You get points, you can spend those points on like Steam gift cards and all that type of stuff. So MSI does have a cool rewards program for us gamers. What else do we got? We got tools of some sort for the monitor. More cables. These are the direct connection cables, HDMI's, USB-Cs. I'm probably going to go DisplayPort. If you have me a DisplayPort, please, because I want my full refresh rate. This is HDMI, so I'm assuming the other one was DisplayPort and USB-C. Again, these are the connections. I want the monitor, I don't want all of this. This is, okay, we already know this is AC connects. And that is it. So I'm assuming the monitor is going to be in the styrofoam. So without further ado, let me just move some things away, and then we're going to dive on in. Okay, let's get this, put it down here. Alright, box empty. What do we got? This is AC adapter connector, and if I pull out my handy dandy scissors here, this is what's holding all this styrofoam together. Put that there. We have the actual legs for the monitor. Ooh, okay, heavy legs, massive legs. So I was told these were going to be very annoying because of how big they are. But guess what? They won't affect me because I have so much room there on that desk, so it's perfect. And the ones I currently have are very similar to these, but about halfway. So that extra extension, I'm just going to put it back a little bit. But what I really like is how heavy this is. So I have no issues, because the other one is like basically plastic. This one's actual metal, which is really, really dope, because, does anyone use that word anymore? Well, anyways, because it's definitely going to be a sturdy monitor. And we got to get this out of the way now, and then hopefully we'll finally get to the monitor. Alrighty, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far. Overall, happy with the packaging. I'm just hoping this monitor is as wonderful as I would hope it is. I hope you guys have enjoyed the little setup. I haven't been here in forever for video purposes. Actually, it's probably before COVID. Because this area was closed down. This is not my house. So if you're wondering why there's one picture on the wall, this is actually a library, and it's at night, and it's closed. It's a library in my clubhouse, and best believe I'll be getting in here for my unboxing videos. I used to use this place when I used to do Pokemon unboxing videos. I'd love to get back into that, so please go ahead and check those out. Oh, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, so this is gonna be the spine of the monitor, which is what's gonna be holding it up, the stand. This is really nice. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring back the legs, and I'm gonna unwrap this so you guys can actually see. This is really, really nice. I'm super happy because of how heavy and weighted this is, so you know the material is actually pretty damn good. So let's go ahead, got one more piece of tape. There we go. Should be able to unwrap a lot of packaging, which is nice. There we go. Go ahead and pull this out. Oh my gosh. Gaming series is what it says on here. So yeah, it's probably gonna be going this way. This is where the monitor's gonna, oh wow, full on metal. A little bit of plastic backing, but it is encased very, very smoothly here. There's going to be a lot of movement with this. It does have up and down, a little bit of swivelly. But yeah, very, very overall happy with the actual spine of the stand. But let me go ahead and bring back the actual legs. Alright, so we have the legs. Probably the same exact material as the top portion there. Yeah, very, it's just so solid. When you're happy with a purchase, when you know you're not gonna have any issues, well, hopefully. Ooh, okay, we got some stickies, but sad. Oh, actually, these stickies will be on my desk, so that will be helpful. But these legs are gonna come out to where they'll be on a desk-wide, what do you call it, mouse mat. So those stickies won't be doing too much there. But overall, very, very happy with this. This is probably easily just going to connect there. A little bit of a twist on the bottom to go ahead and connect that. And that's basically what it will look like. But who cares? We're here for the actual beast. So let's go. All right, let's just hope this is the last thing, because I don't want to pull this out and then get hit with a cable that just got flung to the bottom of this big, massive box. I don't want to mess this up. Oh wow, it's extremely heavy. Holy crap. What's the easiest way to get you out without messing you up? And without messing up the wrapping, because again, I need you to stay in the wrapping because this is not my house. You will be going back in the box when we're done here. Alright, here we go. Oh, let's go. It's got joystick on the back, so it's not button pressing and an absolute L, so that's nice. Oh wow, this is going to be a lot. Wow, okay. This is a lot bigger than what I currently have. That extra 3 inches though. The extra 3 inches though, so okay. Here we go on the back. That's basically... Okay, nice. Oh, the curve. Okay, this curve's gonna be nice. It's a lot thicker than my other monitor. I'll tell you that much in regards to the backing. But as you guys know, spine is gonna be going here. I got all the cable connections down below. We have 2 HDMIs, a DisplayPort, Type-C USB, headset, and 2 USBs. Thank God. I need more, but we'll take what we got. Upstream, which is going to be for the RGBs and USBs, and the actual AC connector. So we got a lot of connections on this. That was another difficult decision to make because I needed those connections. I did not want to get an extra USB adapter to where I can plug in more USBs. I wanted to make sure my monitor came with a couple more. We got the MSI logo here. Not going to be taking this off just yet. There will be RGB, and it's where this sticker is. And again, you don't really see too much of it because on my setup, I have it like that, and it's right, the back of it is against the wall. So yeah, if it was brighter, it would glow up against the wall, but it's not that bright. So, but I don't know about this one. But the current one I have and what I've been seeing in reviews, it's not that bright. But then of course, you've got the actual monitor in all of its glory here. Oh wow, the bezels are non-existent pretty much. On the right, left, and the top, I do see that there is going to be, so here we go, I can explain this a little bit better. So the bezels here are pretty much non-existent. The bezels here up top, non-existent. However, there is probably, if you run your finger down, which I'm seeing right now, there is a blacker part of the screen. I'm assuming the screen's not going to extend all the way, but it's not going to bother me too much. And then of course you got a little bit of a MSI logo down here, and we've got the actual big bezel down here, but that's just because I actually like it though. Overall, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I will show it to you guys in action once I've set it up and everything on my old setup. But if you want to see after my old setup, if you want to see the old setup, again, check it out, youtube.com/FTWitachi plays. I have a bunch of unboxing videos and extra videos in my FTWitachi extras playlist. Again, we're not an unboxing channel, but if you want to see some Pokemon unboxing videos, please let me know down below. I would love to make an actual channel dedicated to that. If you want to see actual unboxing videos, let me know. But I only unbox things again when they're related to the gaming portion and the gaming part of my channel. And I just want to show you guys what is cracking and what is cooking. Looking forward to putting this up. Looking forward to being able to use this monitor as soon as possible. But other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. I did forget to explain one more thing. Down here, so this is the MSI logo. Down here, where I'm pointing, where it has like a little bit of a plastic over it, it's a little bit of a camera. It's not like a camera where it's a webcam. It's a camera as in it'll detect like brightness settings and stuff like that around you. So that's kind of a cool option. But overall, very, very happy with the purchase so far. Getting it out of the box, we have no issues whatsoever. Looking forward to being able to put this up. Very nice carbon fiber backing as well. That just realized, I didn't even know it came with that. The carbon fiber on the back, which is kind of cool. Overall, the actual looks of this monitor look so clean, so crisp. And as you can see, I'm trying to be very careful with it. Overall, what drew me to this is pricing. The fact that I'm getting a 2560X1440, 240 hertz curved 27-inch monitor for the price that I got it at. I think the normal pricing on this is $499. I did not pay that at all. I got a huge discount when it was on Amazon a couple weeks ago. And you can probably get an even bigger discount if you're able to wait for like a Memorial Day or a specific holiday or a Black Friday. You'll probably get a bigger discount than what even I got. Just keep checking out websites. Prices on MSI products and PC products in general, they fluctuate. They go up and down like crazy. MSI products are already cheaper in comparison to other companies anyway, so that's always a plus as well. But you just got to make sure you know what you're getting and what you're all in all buying from an MSI monitor. But what drew me to this is definitely the pricing. Comparing this to probably the Razer, this is a better monitor than the Razer monitor that they currently have in stock. And that monitor is listed at $799, but it was $499 on Amazon. But to have a $300 price jump like that, it's like, okay, there's something wrong with it, or it's just not as good as what the current competition is being able to hold. So it's not selling at that $800 price mark. Take, for example, Corsair products. I love Razer and Corsair, by the way. My whole setup's Razer. So that's why I looked at their monitor first. Corsair products, their monitors are just through the roof anyways. But then you can go down to like Asus. They have great monitors. It's just money-wise and bang for your buck, and what I got with this monitor, as long as everything works nice, this is really, really on the end of affordable gaming monitors, especially for its 27-inch curved 1000R HDR quantum dot 2560 1440. This is what you want. 240 hertz. Like, come on, fam. How much more stacks do you want on a monitor? This is what you got. Don't want to waste any more of your time. We're gonna go ahead and jump cut into me putting this on and seeing what we can do. Alrighty, everybody, so we are here. We're going to go ahead and check out the monitor. It is finally set up. The old one is now out, and the new one is now added in. I've had basically overnight to kind of get the hang of it, kind of get used to the settings, basically see what I like, see what I don't like, and give it a go. So without further ado, let's spin you guys around and let's check it out. Alrighty, here it is, the monitor in all of its glory. I'm going to zoom out really quick. You guys can basically see the whole setup shebang that's going on in this room. I'm not going to do a full setup tour right now, but if you guys want to see one, just go ahead, let me know, because I just did one actually. I recorded one, but it was like already 8 minutes long, and I'm not wasting a monitor video on a setup tour. But I'll get the elephant out of the room. Yes, none of this is centered. Really quickly. So, I used to have all of this that you can see here. None of this existed in like my first setup. I had a smaller TV that was hung up there. Now I have a bigger TV. So it is using different holes and covering the holes that were there once before. That is a Razer Leviathan version 2. I had a version 1 that this one's using the exact same holes that the other one was using. So that was technically directly centered with the old TV. And then again, none of this gaming setup stuff was here before either. I never had 2 desks before. This was all new in 2019. And the reason why I haven't changed anything, eventually those, like, all the white things that are hiding the wires will eventually be gone once I'm fully done with the setup. But the reason why I haven't removed anything is because the whole room that you see here is going to have to be repainted, because there's some holes behind there from the old TV. There's some holes there, well, because it's holding up a soundbar. Those 3 things that are holding wires from the TV and the speaker, well, next time I would hide it in the wall. But, yeah, if I rip those off, they rip the paint. So I have to deal with how it is for right now, but overall, the setup and the idea for the setup with the 2 desks currently side by side is what I'm going with, and I'm happy with it. This is basically what my workstation looks like for while I am streaming. But hey, we're here to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a scoop and a little bit of a dupe on the monitor itself and all of its glory. I absolutely love it. I'm super happy with the purchase. I have messed with the settings, which I will go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a rundown on that in just a bit. There's a little bit of RGBs in the background, as you can see here. I do have the wires running through the spine into the monitor itself. And if we spin over here, you'll be able to see the other side of the monitor with the little strip of RGBs as well. But I'm not going to move it right now because I have it perfectly set up to how I like it. And I don't want to mess around with it too much, because I have done that in the past and I keep changing it every time I get on it. And I finally found like the picture perfect suite. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a rundown and a little bit of an overview. And then we're going to go ahead and switch to the monitor itself by turning on the settings. Alright, so before we end this video, I know some people are going to ask me, what are the settings that I have finally decided to stick with on my MSI monitor? And that is what we're about to dive into right now. So let's go ahead and pull up the menu settings. First things first, I do want to say there are going to be 2 programs that your MSI monitor will come with. One is for Mystic Light, which is the RGB lights that are on the back of your screen, and the other one is very similar to the options that we're about to go ahead and browse through. I forget what it's called, but it is very similar to an app called True Color that MSI has released in the MSI Center. I'm not a fan of it. True Color and the other program, or the second program besides Mystic Light that comes pre-downloaded with the monitors, I am not a fan of them because they're basically they're setups to where they're already pre-built. I'd like to manually customize these settings on my monitor myself. That's why I'm using the manual options that come with the menu that we're about to pull up here. However, I do suggest that you download, which is this program here right in the middle where my mouse is, MSI Center, because if you download MSI Center, it'll pull up something like this. I have a lot of the items uninstalled. I used to have everything installed, but I just found out I just don't even use it, so why clutter? But it comes basically with everything that MSI has for all of their products. Their gaming peripherals, their motherboards, the monitors, of course, and all of that. And as you can see, the second option is Mystic Light. You can control your lighting and effects in MSI RGB devices. So I strongly suggest downloading MSI Center and basically removing all of the programs that came with the monitor itself. But again, there's things like True Color and stuff that are in the MSI Center, and if that floats your boat, having some preset basically setups for your monitor, you're welcome to go ahead and use those, but I manually like to set up my monitors so I know what is going on. So starting off with the basic settings, as you can see here, we're going to quickly go through these. With the language, we have the transparency set at 0, OSD timeout at 30. If I could turn it off, I would. I hate things timing out, like the sleep for my PC, I have that off. RGB LED, of course, on. Power button, have that toggled off, with info on screen and HDMI CEC both toggled off as well. Don't really need to go through too much or explain too much on those. I have all of my Navi keys off, and the reason why is because there was things like game mode or pro mode, and those are those true color already set up whatchamacallit, monitor styles where you have a already pre-built in brightness settings, all the settings, sharpness settings, and all of that. And if I accidentally, let's say for some reason, or I probably wouldn't, but someone else accidentally hits the joystick and puts on one of those settings without me knowing, I lose all of my settings that I put. So I toggled all of that off just in case. Of course, we're using the import of the display port. That's obvious reasons. I want to take advantage of my 240 hertz. This does have access to HDMI and Type-Cs, but I'm not going to be using those. Image-wise, I have no access to brightness, contrast, or color temperature. And the reason for that is I have, as you can see in the middle, HDR toggled on. I've just always been used to HDR, and I've used that on my older monitor, so I'm going to be rocking it on this one as well. Sharpness is set to 0. I just prefer everything to blend in perfectly. If you over sharpen your images, it's just, I just don't like it. So I toggle basically that at 0. And screen size, of course, at auto, but it's 16:9. But again, if you have HDR off, you will have access to brightness, contrast, and color temperature. And I did play with it. I was happy with 100% brightness and color temperature at cool. If that's something else that you want to check out. But I had contrast at either 70 or 80. They're about roughly the same. But other than that, I decided to toggle HDR on, which basically eliminates me having to mess with brightness, contrast, as well as color temperature. But again, if you don't want to rock HDR and you want to really manually deepen, I did have brightness at 100%, contrast I had at 70 to 80%, and then color temperature I was very, very much a fan of cool. Here we have Pro mode, which gives us a bunch of, as you can see here, different styles, and this is what I was talking about earlier. You can kind of mess with different pre-built settings of your monitor. Can't really see it too much from my camera, but it does work, and I just don't use any of them, to be honest with you. But we are using one, and I'll show you in a bit. Don't have access to low blue light, but I don't see why you would have that on. HDCR was cool, but again, it was just starting to get annoying. HDCR, it basically utilizes the camera and controls the brightness settings from around your surroundings for the monitor. And it was doing it a bit too much, and I did not like it. Image enhancement is very similar to image sharpness, and I have that off, so I'm not going to be using that. Game mode, very similar to professional mode, how it has these options to use. I have options for game mode as well. which you could probably see some changes in the settings themselves, but premium color is definitely the way to go for that, and that is currently what we're using, by the way. You can't use a pro mode and a game mode at the same time, just giving you a heads up. So just because it says user selected for pro mode doesn't mean we're using that. I'm currently using premium color in game mode. Overall, those are just the settings that I preferred. Otherwise, I did prefer user settings in pro mode. We've got the night vision. I strongly urge not to bother with that because it just messes up your brightness. Response time set at fastest. MPRT sync, you can't really use that with adaptive sync, and it will be toggled off anyways with HDR, so you can't really use it. But just giving you a heads up, MPRT sync, I'd rather use FreeSync / adaptive sync over that anyways, so I do have adaptive sync toggled on. And an alarm clock and refresh rate, I just don't want things cluttering my monitor, so I have both of those toggled off. And then of course the actual settings themselves. Again, we can't mess with the brightness settings, and these auto brightness settings are very similar to the brightness settings that you'll see in image. Both control the exact same thing, so we can't really mess with that. Ambient RGB light, that was just an annoying add-on as well, so I have that toggled off. I do have sound type toggled on. I will not be using KVM, so I just have it toggled at auto anyways. And then smart crosshair as well as optic scope were kind of, I messed with them, they're just kind of stupid. So if you want to mess with those two, you can. Otherwise, I strongly suggest just sticking with the regular. But to finish this off, you can see we have DP toggled on, adaptive sync toggled on, HDR toggled on, 240 hertz, 2560 by 1440. That is the overall settings on this beauty. There are a couple of other things depending on what you have cooking inside your tower. I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so I strongly suggest, I'm not going to go deep into details, but got a little bit of an NVIDIA logo there. However, to get to it, you can either go to your programs or just go ahead and click this. Ooh, I don't have it here anymore. I'm going to have to go to this one then. Go to my programs, go here, and then you're going to have to hit up the NVIDIA control panel. NVIDIA control panel will be toggled on. As you can see here, you're going to want to make sure that your refresh rate is 240 as well as the resolution is set to what you want as well. Because sometimes, most of the time, that refresh rate is not at what it should be. And you'll also want to do the exact same thing with your settings as well. That's where you'll also be toggling on your HDR and making sure your refresh rate and everything is toggled on there. I don't know why they make you have all these other options to toggle and make sure everything working on your monitor is how it should be working, but it is what it is. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you, but again, I'm not going to go deep into details on everything, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Peace out and have a wonderful day.